Guys, so we'll be ranking every Dragon Ball character. Not every Dragon Ball character. There was another tier of more characters, but they have include like every single little forgettable character from the Tournament of Power. That's what's the point of ranking them? Okay, they're all like the forgettable characters too. So yeah, this is like 120 characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, the movies, and ZT. And there will probably be some repeats of characters. So with them mostly because they're from GT, and of course we all know GT is not canon, so we gotta rank them accordingly. Yeah, so first character is King Kai. King Kai is pretty funny, so put him in solid. Wants is basically, he was funny and he was introduced because Master Roshi wanted a woman, and then they found and Wants is basically has two personalities. He has the kind personality when he has blue hair, and then he gets evil as well. And basically how he gets away with doing all these bad things because he basically changes every time he sneezes. But then he became forgotten by Toriyama, and most people forget he even exists. Next is Mr. This guy, the crane guy. He basically does like the rival to Master Roshi, and then after of course Z starts he just becomes forgotten of a character. Next is Zarbon, who is basically one of Frieza's underlings. I'll put him in. He's a solid villain. When Vegeta beats him as well. So yeah, same thing with Captain Ginyu. I don't know if the other Ginyu Force is on here. Okay, this is Goku. A really angry Goku, but this is Goku from that Dead Zone movie. Which again, Dead Zone is not canon, so we're gonna put a. And yeah, Goku's still the same character. There's no real differences in Dead Zone for Goku. So we're gonna put in same character because he's still Goku. So same thing with Master Ultra Instinct Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay. There was literally no point in ranking these characters separately unless you want a power scale. I think that's probably the only reason why. But they're the same character as Goku. Okay, there's really no point in ranking them separately. Same thing with Trunks Super Saiyan and Trunks and Vegeta Super Saiyan and Vegeta's Super Saiyan transformation. So, yeah. Now we're ranking Adult Gohan Super Saiyan. Okay, Adult Gohan, he's pretty. He basically. He isn't as bad as, early Super Gohan, where he basically becomes such a weakling that he basically gets defeated by first form Frieza. Like, instantly gets defeated. But, he had that battle of Buu, which was the only good part of it, so I'll put him in. And then, of course, he gets basically raised in Dragon Ball Super until he realizes that he has to train, and he can't just be on the sidelines like everyone else. Next is Emperor Pilaf. He was a pretty good villain in the original Dragon Ball, but he basically became a comic relief. So, next is the Doria. He's basically just he's just a canon character. He's a canon water character to Vegeta. And now I'll be ranking Nail. He basically just viewed. Okay, not you. He basically just feuds with Piccolo, and that's basically. He also is a pretty good warrior, so I'll put him in solid. He's a solid character. He isn't that bad. Okay. We're putting characters that. And they made a new. I never understood. I never made a new anime for Dragon Ball, but I never really read. I don't really read books, so I know who this is, but I haven't read the book, so I don't know. Well, to rank him. So next is of course Goku. We all know Goku will be here. Next is Hirudegan from that one Dragon Ball Z movie. He's basically he's better than Aniwaza, though, who is literally 2 spots afterwards. Next is the Crown God of Destruction. I'm glad they didn't include every single God of Destruction on this one because most of them are just there. They have like 1 or 2 lines and that's it. So he basically, I like how they were inspired by the Joker and Harley Quinn. So Next is Annie Wazu, who's basically does basically the Dragon Ball's attempt at making a kaiju character, even what they did before, much better. Next is Pygon, another character that I think sort of been a canon character. I think if Pygon was a canon character, I think he would have been a Tournament of Power instead of Frieza. But again, Pygon is not a canon character. He's a character that should be canon, but they don't want to make canon for some reason. Next is Kurifa. Yeah, I don't really like the female universe sex Saiyans that much. I know a lot of people do, but I just do not like him. Next is Vegeta, Margin Vegeta, which is Vegeta under the influence of Babidi. So it technically it technically counts as a separate character because he's under the influence of Babidi. He's under the control of Margin Vegeta is pretty good. I like how he basically becomes like his old self again, and he basically willingly lets himself get controlled by Babidi because he wants to be Goku, and he basically doesn't get control. But it's a pretty good character arc so from here. Zeno, he basically acts like a kid and he controls everything. I think someone like that's not control everything. Next is whoever. I think this is from Xenoverse. So, and next is Grand Priest, which he goes here too. Janemba is another kid villain that should be canon. He has a pretty cool design. He's a pretty cool looking villain. I don't know why if he's on the next step of villains to be canon, Janemba and Kuro should be next as villains to canonize into Dragon Ball characters. World Slug is basically another evil Namekian. He's soured. He's kind of forgettable, but he's kind of a sour villain. Next is Zako, another character that it's just what he didn't do is he's another Praho character. Okay, they introduced him and he could have been doing stuff to helping the universe the whole time, but no, the Dragon Team. But no, he doesn't. Now, okay, this is Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Next is Bojack. His movie is kind of overrated, but it's still a good Dragon Ball movie. It's better than Bio Boy, which is on this list. Okay, this is Goku. Okay, this is Gohan from Dragon Ball. Okay, we're ranking this Gohan higher. This is the Gohan I'm talking about. This Gohan is just fucking weak. Okay, he dies, but he gets okay, I know we won't be ranking the same characters here, but he gets defeated by fucking first form Frieza. Okay, everyone else hold better than fucking first form Frieza than him. Okay, I think that's Mode Zamasu. Yeah. They also have Mode Zamasu and it's like this is Goku Black. Mode Zamasu is somewhere else. Goku Black is a pretty good villain. He's pretty mysterious. I actually thought it was Mode Zamasu for a second, but nope, he isn't. Yeah, he's pretty good. Next is Galak Jr. We all have to remember that filler of Galak Jr. It was just so bad. Galak Jr. was just so bad. It's just such a bad filler. His movie wasn't that bad, but his filler. Why did we need a filler arc about Galak Jr.? Okay, Bardock, he's pretty badass, so I'll put him in S tier. Android 14. Well, he has a freaking trucker hat, so I think it's far beyond them being canonized. Next is Omega Senran, the only good. Okay, Omega Senran, I kind of like the ideas of the Dragon Balls becoming evil, but just like they're running out of ideas at this point. Okay, yeah, Kuro is a villain that they should make canon. Okay, the whole entire concept of Frieza having a brother and him being just as bad as Frieza, and then we got Metakuro, who's basically he's basically the same character. So, but again, he's Metakuro. He basically fused himself with a machine to take over planets. Next is this guy. I really do not know who he is, so same thing with this guy. This is a GT character, and this is the annoying dancing guy. This is also another GT thing. Super Saiyan Golden Ape. Oh yeah, Bio Broly goes in trash. Instantly, Bio Broly goes in trash. Okay, actually GT's villains are not that bad. Only the dancing guy goes in trash. This is another villain that they should make actually canon. That's Baby. Basically, he hates the Saiyans. He's basically wants to eliminate the Saiyans for eliminating the Tuffles, which is a part of the Saiyan War. The Saiyans basically got rid of the Tuffles because they were fighting for the planet. And the Tuffles were basically like humans. And I like the idea of, the Tuffles creating something to eventually get revenge on these Saiyans. And it's because of how hated GT is. It's another villain that they'll probably never canonize as well. So this is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So as I said, Super Anti 17 again. He's not a very good villain, but this is how Anti 17 sort of looked. I think everybody can agree that Super Anti 17's design is better than the original Anti 17 designs. To us, he is basically just. They did it better in Super, so I'll put him in solid. Okay, next is. I think this is Kefla. Or whether that's Curry. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be Kefla. Very annoying. Put it here. Okay, this is Super Saiyan KO. I also like the food KO too. Next is Vados. Why is he giving me a this picture of Vados? He's just giving you this menacing look. Okay, I'm gonna put Vegeta. Majin Vegeta. I'm gonna put Kuro up here. Kuro should just be a canon villain, I think. Next is Winnie the Pooh or Botamo. Next is this guy. He's basically the general of the group. He's kind of just forgettable. Okay, next is the first member of the trio. We're gonna put the trio of forgettable right here. When we find the third member of the trio of forgettable, next is Gotenks. Okay, where will we rank Gotenks? Gotenks, I would put them in solid. Okay, yeah, we should rank the fusions differently from the actual characters because Gotenks, he's basically like the comedic relief fusion. Okay, we all know who you're going in trash. Okay, Ribrienne's probably. If there was a list of worst waifus out there, Ribrienne should be number 1 or number 2. Okay, her and Monica would make the worst. This is a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. His design is cool, but GT is not canon, so yeah. And Super Saiyan 4 is not canon. Yeah, it's just Gogeta. Next is Dyspo. He's basically just the Dragon Ball version of Flash. Next is the gigantic robot that cries when you insult it. I keep forgetting his name. It's a gigantic last member of the trio, forgettable. The trio of dangers. Next is This is Berserk KO. Obrina, he's basically like a tragic character. He had, his fight with Gohan is pretty good because it reveals that, they have families. The other people in the other universes have families. They have people that they depend upon. Okay, we already ranked KO already. Next is this guy is a pretty fun dynamic because he's the evil Kai. He's like the evil Kai, and I just like how he's basically just an evil Kai. Of course he has Zamasu, who's basically a villain, but you have this Kai who basically acts like a god of destruction. Next is this guy who gets beaten by Master Roshi. Frost, he goes in F tier because he's just a fucking cheater. Okay? He goes in F tier because he's just a cheater. Okay? That's what he is. Pants, he's fucking annoying. Okay? Kid Trunks, well, he never goes up, so put him here. Mr. Popo, of course, he got missed. But it's the pecking order. We can't put Mr. Popo anywhere or else he'll poison the Popo dungeon. And no one wants to go there. So, next is Gogeta. I think Gogeta, he's a pretty fine character. The only other things he appears in is, of course, Dragon Ball, the Broly movie, and, of course, GT. I'll put him up here. He's just pretty bad. He doesn't really talk, he only talks in GT. And in GT, he just wastes his time, failing to kill Omega Senwa. Next is Android. Android 16. Pretty good character. He basically was evil, and then he basically got reprogrammed to be good. And he was birds. Everybody was birds. So, yeah. I think we can all agree on him. Next, this is Vegito. His fight with Boo is pretty funny. Because Vegito was just toying around with Boo. And it's just so funny that he just toys around with Boo the entire time. And then he appears for Dragon Ball Super to try to beat, Zamasu. Okay, this is the Gohan that I think everybody likes. Super Saiyan 2. This is the Gohan, Teen Gohan. Not Adult Gohan. Not to be confused with End of Z Adult Gohan and Dragon Ball Super Gohan. Okay. This was when Gohan actually used to be cool, not used to be, being owned by, First Form Frieza. When he actually beat Cell and he actually beat Bojack. Yeah, that's his Goten. I actually had a plus to Goten. I watched it like 4 years ago and I never found it. He basically became Dustin Dale. Okay, this is Dragon Ball Super Broly. I'll put him in this top tier because he's just a pretty good character. They reintroduced Broly, was again a lot of the original criticisms of Broly was gone because they introduced the new Broly, and the new Broly, he's just a good person. I mean, when he doesn't get angry by Paragus and Frieza. So, and yeah, next is original Broly. Well, original Broly, his backstory wasn't that great, but other than that, he basically just an invincible badass that kills everybody. I do find that as the ending to the battle was anticlimactic as Goku beats, and actually he does survive that battle. So because they made a second Broly movie, and all of the Broly's except for Bio Broly is good. Okay, nobody likes Bio Broly. Okay, if there's a Broly is a criticized, it is the Pyro of Sith Broly called Bio Broly. We're gonna be ranking all the Boos separately. Super Boo, Fat Boo, and Kid Boo will all be ranked separately. It makes sense. Okay. Okay, Fat Boo is pretty good. Okay. I like how, Fat Boo, it's kind of like the comedic relief now. But Fat Boo also in Dragon Ball Super does represents misuse potential because Boo just falls asleep. He doesn't do anything in Dragon Ball Super. He even trains and he got stronger and he still doesn't do anything. I know they want to bring back Frieza, but come on. Fat Boo got misused. Next is Champa. Okay, Champa does Beerus' his brother. He just gets angry. I like when they fight. Okay, now we're talking about Zamasu here. Considering that Zamasu is a fusion, so he can't. Well, yeah, Zamasu is a pretty good villain. He basically, makes this plan and he still fails, but he makes this plan because he wants to wipe out all mortals because he's disgusted by the barbarity of mortals. So he basically wants to purge the world, like as your dreamer, and basically wants to create a new perfect world. Well, he basically just wants to just erase everything from existence and become like a true god, as well. So next is Merge Zamasu, who is basically the same character. All he does is fuses with Goku Black, who is also Zamasu. Spoiler alert. And he basically, becomes a perfect being, and then of course the failures start coming out and he gets defeated and he basically merges with the universe. And they have to race the universe to be able to Zamasu. Next is of course Kid Boo. Kid Boo doesn't really have a personality. He's just evil. He's just pure evil. That's what Kid Boo is. He's just pure evil. Okay, he's not my favorite Boo because he doesn't really have a personality other than to destroy everything. Next is Vegeta. Of course, Vegeta. I think out of all the Dragon Ball characters, Vegeta is probably the most well-developed Dragon Ball character. He used to be a villain and now he's basically a good father and he'll do anything to protect his family. I think out of that, I think Vegeta and Piccolo had the best character because Piccolo also used to be a villain too. Which we haven't talked about Piccolo yet. Piccolo used to be a villain and then he became a good guy in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. So, next is King Cold, another character that screams wasted potential. Goes down here. He's not a bad character. He's just wasted potential. Nappa, I'm putting him up here because of Dragon Ball Z. If it was thinking him because of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, he'd be up there with everybody else. But Nappa is just a pretty ruthless fighter, and also he's pretty funny in Dragon Ball. He's the best character in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. But I think we're going to just put him up here because of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, like Mr. Popo. And we're going to make Mr. Popo based on Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and we got to rank Nappa based on Dragon Ball Z Abridged as well. So, the Boar, another character that's basically wasted potential. He has a pretty good design, but he basically just gets defeated by Boo. Raditz. Well, Raditz is basically the Yamcha of the Goku family. He's pretty messy but gets defeated, also causing Goku to die. Oop, he does GT. They're even making him not canon anymore because he's just GT. He's just basically mostly just be GT exclusive. He's basically the reincarnation of Boo. Mr. Satan or Hercule, he's pretty funny. I know a lot of people hate him, but he was basically he was still pretty funny. Okay. I don't hate him as everybody else does. Next is Future Trunks, another legendary Dragon Ball character. I'm gonna actually change this ranking. I put you down here. Nappa we say down here, Mr. Popo, and Teen Gohan will go here. Frieza songs again like Vegeta, Gohan, Goku are basically he basically came back in Saiyan and saved everybody. Which as well. He also got kicked out of his own universe because Zeno erased it. So next is Super Boo. Super Boo is basically he goes here. Boo is not my favorite Dragon Ball villain, obviously, but he was still a pretty good villain as well. He basically also absorbed the personalities of people he got, and he's just pure evil, but he actually has a personality, and actually uses strategy and planning. Okay, we're ranking Fat Boo and good. Okay, let's vote. That's Dragon Ball Super. Okay, this would be. Yeah, we already ranked Fat Boo. Okay, I know there was Fat Boo before he met Mr. Satan, but we also have Vegeta again. But we already ranked Vegeta. We already ranked Fat Boo, so we already ranked both of those characters. So, like Kid Goku, he's basically a different character. Piccolo, another legendary Dragon Ball character. He goes up here with all of these characters. I think this would be a separate tier for Cooler and all these other guys, and then there's the legendary Dragon Ball characters that go up at the tip of the top. Piccolo is another one. He's badass, he's cool, and I don't think anybody dislikes Piccolo as a character. I know there are people who hate Goku because of Dragon Ball Super. Next is CT. Goku sort of found someone else other than CT, okay? CT's annoying, okay? Master Roshi. I know a lot of people really don't like Master Roshi because he's a pervert, but he was like the funniest part of Dragon Ball, and he also taught Goku everything he needed to learn, but he isn't really the best character in the series, so I'll put him in B tier. Next is Frieza, another legendary Dragon Ball villain. I'm gonna put him up here as well. I used to hate Frieza because of all the stuff he done, but I realized that he's a villain. He's meant to be evil and hated. And now I don't hate Frieza anymore. I even ranked my least favorite characters back in 2014 before I even had a YouTube channel. I'd always rank Frieza as the number one most hated character. But I'll put Frieza up here. He's a legendary Dragon Ball villain. They even brought him back so many times as well. So, yeah. Next is Tien Senhan. He's a pretty good character. I'll put him in A tier. He's a pretty cool character. He's another character that's kind of more underutilized than anything. But other than that, next is Goku. We'll be ranking Goku from GT. GT just sucks, okay? The GT is the second worst version of Goku, so yeah, we don't know which version of Goku is the worst. Next is Android 17. I'll put him in this tier. He's a pretty good character. He was a pretty good villain. He also was pretty menacing in the few History of Trunks movie as well. So, and then they actually, and then again, he was pretty good in Dragon Ball Super, where he basically sacrificed himself. And everybody thought that he was dead, but he actually was still alive. So, Android 18, I think, goes right by her brother. Both are pretty great characters as well. So, yep. Zamasu, he's just kind of just there. He goes here. Okay, it's just forgettable. He's almost under the trash. He almost could be in the trash tier, but trash tier is for truly bad characters. Next is Tilt, who's basically just Frieza's ancestor. Zeren, he goes here. No, he goes in trash because Zeren's just so boring. Okay, he has a pretty shitty backstory. Like, oh my god, his parents died. Oh my god, and he's just powerful just to be just so Goku can have someone that's like a decent challenge. Like, it does. Come on, so it's kind of like his sole existence. Like, it's just Cell is another legendary Dragon Ball villain. Cell is kind of just like brushed aside, like Boo's and good Boo still exists. Frieza got revived by Whis, but then the Cell, he just doesn't exist. It's just, come on, we should give Cell some love, okay? Come on, guys, okay? Cell is a pretty good Dragon Ball villain as well. Next is Kid Goku. Yeah, we're ranking Kid Goku separately. And Kid Goku goes by Goku because he's still Goku. He basically is the one that turned like a lot of he basically, You know, he was the OG Goku when he was a kid. He also was pretty, you know, yeah, he's still Goku as well. So next is King Piccolo, the first like legitimate threat in Dragon Ball. I know there were villains that came before him, but he was like the worst legitimate, like first like legitimate like evil threat to Dragon Ball. He's like the first, he was considered a demon. I know the Namekians were introduced when Dragon Ball was around, when the original Dragon Ball was around, but he was like the first legitimate threat to Goku and his friends. He even killed Quillin. So next is Toppo. Toppo has more personality in Zealand, but he's not really a good character. So I put him in meh. He also is trying to become a god of destruction as well. Yeah, we're ranking the rest of the... Oh yeah, we have Ultimate Gohan too. We already ranked Ultimate Gohan. We already ranked Gohan and the end of... in Dragon Ball. The last half of Dragon Ball Z. Beerus. Yeah, Beerus is another pretty good character. The way they introduced him, he was basically like this god. He's basically this unbeatable god. Of course, he's no longer the strongest character in the Dragon Ball series. But he was introduced as one character that Goku couldn't beat. And he was also pretty funny, too. Well, he basically, you know, argued a boo over the point. He basically was going to destroy Earth because he didn't get a pudding cup. Next is Bulma. Yeah, I put Bulma in, like... He's pretty good. He has been there since the beginning of Dragon Ball. Yes, he's a pretty good character as well. It's definitely better than TT. Yeah, Yamcha, he does a joke. He goes here. At least Yamcha was cool in the first appearance, but other than that, Yamcha basically became a war. He every Dragon Ball, ever since beginning of Z, Yamcha is basically became the joke character. Next is Quillin. Quillin goes here. He isn't on top. He isn't like the best Dragon Ball character, but he's still a pretty good character. He is basically a very good friend, and he's also the strongest of all the human characters. That of course not of course androids as well. So we have 4. Okay, I don't know why they put a YouTube link here, so I'll put this one here. We'll be ranking Dragon Ball Evolution here. Dragon Ball Evolution just sucks. Okay, Whis is a pretty good character. He was the first angel character to be introduced in the Dragon Ball universe, and yeah, he's also stronger than Beerus as well. So yeah, Hit is a character. Yeah, Hit goes up here. Hit is a pretty cool character. He's basically a badass assassin who basically can basically. I think he slows down time or stops time. He can basically skip time, and his powers are pretty cool. And there you go, the Dragon Ball character tier list. I gotta include Dragon Ball Evolution here. And we all know that these are the worst Dragon Ball characters, so these are the worst ones. These are mech characters here. And these are characters that already appeared on there, so all the Super Saiyan God versions of Goku and all the, all the Super Saiyan transformations are down here. And that's basically, and yeah, a lot of the other Dragon Ball characters like the Ginyu, like the rest of the Ginyu Force down here, or something like that. But yeah, that's basically, but yeah, like the rest of the Ginyu Force will probably be ranked with Captain Ginyu except for Gyoto. And some other characters like Quillin will be ranked as trash because Quillin is like the most annoying character in Dragon Ball Super. Okay, besides the Ribrian, and of course that's Cheetah Frost. And that's basically about the Dragon Ball characters tier list. Goodbye.